Senate considers bill seeking to establish Christian center to regulate Christianity in Nigeria. Oh boy, this is Islamization loading, and this is going to be very, very bad. So how can they be putting up a bill to regulate Christianity in Nigeria? What about Islam? Who is regulating Islam? Now we have Sharia court in FCT in Abuja. Do we have Sharia court, Christian court in any part of the country? How can we have a government and we are running two different legal systems or judiciary system? We have the Sharia judiciary and we have the Nigerian judiciary. Does Nigerian judiciary or Nigerian constitution recognize the Sharia court? So I don't understand what these guys are trying to do. They're trying to stifle Christianity in Nigeria. And this is exactly the warning we got in 2015 prior to Buhari coming in, that these guys are going to do in Nigeria what Muslims or what Islam did to Christianity in Turkey. And this and that they wiped Christianity out of Turkey completely. And now today Turkey is an Islamic nation. They turned Christian centers to pubs and sit-outs and clubs. Okay, and they buy them for business. And that's exactly what these guys want to do in Nigeria. How can you regulate Christianity in Nigeria? Have you regulated Islam? And because APC have more of the Muslims there in the speaker and in the House of Rep and in the Senate, they will to vote all these things because they don't argue. They will always say those who support say yea and nay. That is all. And then they say yea, the yea have it. That is the way they argue. They don't argue. They're not even intelligent enough to argue. So I wonder what will happen, whether all the Christians in Nigeria will open their eyes to see this bill pass through into law to regulate Christian activities in Nigeria. Who is regulating Islam? This will be too bad. It should not be allowed to see the light of the day. A bill seeking to establish the National Center for Christian Education, which seeks to regulate and set standards acceptable to the practice of Christianity in the country, has passed second reading in the Senate. This is bad. The sponsor of the bill, Senator Binus Yaro, representing Adamawa South Senatorial District, said the center will help to correct the inappropriate practice of religions in the country that has caused problems in the past. Contributing to the debate, Senator Stephanus Gyang, representing Plateau North Senatorial District, said wrongly practiced religion has bred extremism. Okay, so the lawmaker added that religion can be a source of strength and national cohesion if it is rightly practiced. Hence, the bill to seek the establishment of the center will develop a curriculum for Christian education is very necessary. How? Why is Christianity the concern here? Islam has been a religion of violence in Nigeria. Who has challenged it? Why are they talking about regulating Christianity in Nigeria? This is unacceptable. And I tell you that this should die. It shouldn't go anywhere. Also speaking, Senator Abba Moro, representing Benue South, said the bill is apt owing to the fact that some youths have been manipulated by extremist religious leaders. He stressed that there is no gainsaying that part of the problem experienced in some part of the country is the inappropriate explanation of the Bible and the Quran. After the debate, the bill passed second reading after it was put to a voice vote by Senate President Ahmad Lawan, who presided over the plenary. Lawan referred the bill to the Committee on Education for further legislative input. Can you imagine? So why is Christianity the concern here? Who are the people that have read and vetted it? Because we don't trust on our Senate. Our Senate are not, they are rubber stamp Senate. Even the Ahmad Lawan is a rubber stamp Senate president. He's not to be trusted. So who has read it? Who has confirmed that it is fit for purpose? Why is Christianity the main thing? Why is Christianity the main thing? Why is it that they're not talking about Islam in it? Why are they regulating it? Because I know that what is bringing all of these things is because of they said that some Muslims were they were supposed to write WAEC in Covenant University as a WAEC center or SSE center, and those who wearing a hijab were not allowed to come and sit for the exam. I'm sure that is what is breeding all these things. But who can enter Islamic school in the north, and you are not, and you're a Christian, and they allow you to enter? After all, they stoned the Deborah to death in Sokoto, and they didn't say anything about it. Islam has been very, very violent, killing Christians everywhere, bombing Christians, and Islam brought this Boko Haram of a thing, and the jihadists and the extremists, Islamic extremists in the north, and nobody has said anything about it. But they're looking for a way to stifle Christianity in the south, because the drive is actually to make Nigeria an Islamic nation, and it can never be an Islamic nation. So Nigerians should open their eyes. Something bad is brewing. Something bad is about to happen, and we shouldn't allow it to happen. That is the truth. We should not allow it to happen. And unfortunately, is that the Satan politicians who are Christians in that Senate are just fooling themselves there, collecting money because they don't have the interest of the people that are representing at heart. They are just something else in that place. All these politicians in the South, all the Southern senators and members of the House of Rep are just, I don't know how to classify them. They are even the most foolish group of politicians in this country, because they take everything they get, hook, line, and sinker. All just give them brown envelope at night and they will agree, go and do it. They don't argue, they don't say anything. If you look at people that raised this bill and people that contributed to the reading and to the argument, they are all from the North and Middle Belt. No Southern senator contributed to the bill, and they are sitting down there. Quite unfortunate. This is very bad. Somebody say, who are the people with religious extremists? Muslims. If there is anything to regulate, it is Islamic extremism. That is the fact. That is exactly what I'm saying. And somebody said, I wonder. Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. They never remove the log when they inside their eye. Now the little speck when they another person eye, now they won't remove. Can you imagine? So you people don't have anything to do. Leave Christians alone. Rather, create bills to regulate mass looting, corruption, embezzlement, injustice, fabrication of lies, rigging of elections, etc. Idle set of people. And that is true. They are all idle. They are very, very idle people. They are not doing anything. They don't have a job. The corruption is eating everywhere. Looting, mass looting and embezzlement, injustice is eating everywhere. They're not looking at how to set good governance. They're looking at how to regulate Christianity. God will punish these people. I'm telling you the truth. A wise one from you. Thanks and remain blessed. I laugh in Congo language. Make I ask, who are the looters? Is there such body that regulates the Islamic religion? That is the question we are all asking. There's none of such bodies. Gradually, a bill to cage Christianity in Nigeria is being worked towards. What a pity, using the church against itself. That is it. The sad thing is that it is Christians that are behind the bill to cage Christians. My dear, those people you referring as Christian senators are idol worshippers. They are not Christians. That is true. They are all cultists. They belong to one cult, one secret cult or the other. So they are not Christians. They are all foolish lawmakers. End time agenda. But some Christians will welcome that. Christian leaders are now spiritually blinded. That is true. Okay, they are blind leaders. No more Spirit of God leading them. It's the money that leads them nowadays. That is true. Look at the stupid Christian senators agreeing to the nonsense. Is it Christians that stoned and burned a young girl alive in Sokoto? That is Deborah. Okay, they know the extremists in the country. They are the Muslims, but nobody wants to go there. Quite unfortunate. If this thing goes through and is established, then shame to Christian leaders and the Christian politicians in this country. Quite unfortunate.